Hi everyone. Are you a mom that is wondering, what does rebuilding and reconnecting look like with your adult child? Maybe you're not there yet, but you're going to save this video for later once you've reconnected. So I want to talk about a few things today. For those of you that are brand new to my channel, I just want to welcome you. My name is Sally Harris, and I'm a mom who walked this difficult road with my own daughter for over a decade. And when her life spiraled, so did mine. So like I mentioned, rebuilding, reconnecting, there's so many facets to it, right? There's so many different things, and we've talked about a lot of them individually, probably many times, but I want to just kind of put it all in one here, and then we'll break them down in different videos. But these are some things I want you to consider in regards to reconnection with your adult child after you've been estranged. Right? It's a whole different situation when you are reunited, right? It's just different. It's better. It's different. So the first thing is creating a safe environment. If you are reuniting with your adult son or daughter and things obviously have happened or you wouldn't have been estranged, right? Something has changed in either both of your lives or one of your lives that caused the estrangement, and you're wondering, how do I go about this? Well, creating a safe environment for communication is huge. That's going to be the first thing that I'm going to want you to consider and really take seriously in regards to what that's going to look like. Another thing is, and again, like I mentioned, we're just going to list a few things today. Another is fostering financial independence. So maybe you were a mom who was enabling, and maybe you have done that for a long time, and you're wanting to stop that. So fostering financial independence means putting the onus on who owns it, right? So you stop enabling and let them be responsible for themselves. That is huge. Respecting their personal space, privacy, all of that. Now, obviously, if they're living in your home for whatever reason, you obviously are going to have some expectations, some rules around that. And yeah, their personal space is their personal space, but it is still your home. So that's a little bit different. But overall, you're going to want to keep some things private, right? So respecting their home, respecting their privacy, respecting, how often you contact them, time of day you contact them, time of day that you allow them to contact you. So maybe you're somebody who is working and your adult child, for whatever reason, tends to always call you in the middle of the night. Well, that is another one of those respecting personal space and time, and that is something on their end that they would need to respect of you. So this goes two-way. This is a two-way street for both the child and the mom. Another is navigating life choices and careers. Something I see a lot. It's really easy to, really want, something more for your child than maybe what they want for themselves right now. And maybe you're not seeing them use their full potential, for example. Doesn't mean they never will, right? But maybe their interests have changed and they want to do something else for a living, and they don't want to do what it is maybe that they went to school for, or maybe they're just not living up to par of, your expectations. So you want to kind of, navigate that, because that's a delicate path as well. Another is empowering decision making. We many times, us moms, have made all the decisions. We have made all the decisions, and we have, really kind of sat back and mindlessly, sometimes, I know I did, just kind of control the whole situation because that's what we had always done. And we didn't do it out of malice. I know I didn't. It was just one of those things. I stayed on top of things. I knew things were getting done. I knew everything was taken care of, right? And so that's one of those things that you want to be mindful of. Obviously, seeking reconnection. It's such a beautiful thing. And I know so many of you have reached out to me recently. I would say in the last couple months, again, I have more moms that have reached out, some that I've coached in the past and some that I haven't, but they've reached out and told me that they've reconnected with their son or their daughter. And it just brings tears to my eyes every single time. But I'm not surprised, because I truly believe it's going to happen for you too. I really do. And I just want you to seek that reconnection, but in a healthy way. So if you're one of those moms that's waiting for that reconnection, well, I encourage you to seek the help that you need to stay strong. Maybe it's get strong, navigate, these different areas that I'm talking about today. These are all really crucial things for you, for everyone, but for you to do your own part, because you're on your path, your child's on theirs, right? So if you're interested, if you're someone who would love a support group in regards to navigating these waters, the first step in that is the discovery call, and you can click the link below. What that is, it's a consultation with me. It's a 30-minute consultation where we talk about what's going on with your son or daughter, and then we talk about you. And then I'll make a recommendation if I think the group is right for you. And that will be something that I would recommend, whether it be one-on-one or group or whatever I feel is best. Or maybe I'll tell you that I think maybe therapy would be best. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? I've had tons of therapy, and I'm grateful for the therapy that I've had, because a lot of that trauma therapy has helped me also get to where I am today. So there's no shame in it. I'll just give you my personal opinion and my advice on that. So if you're interested in that, you can click the discovery call link below. But really, the end of the day, I want you to, at one point, when you and your child do come back together, is embrace that journey together, because it is one of those things. As I've mentioned many times, a lot of moms will ask, so when we come back together, does that mean that everything that has happened, does that mean that I just have to forgive and forget? And my answer to that is, yeah, you do. If you want to move on and move forward, forgiveness should always be there, right? But it's a lot. You can forgive. Doesn't mean you're going to forget. Doesn't mean you're going to trust right away. It doesn't mean a lot of those things. And so keep that in mind. It doesn't mean a lot of those things, okay? But forgiveness is one thing, but moving past a lot of garbage in the past is really easy when you see that someone has changed, or that someone is working hard to change. It's easier to walk away from the junk in the past when you're seeing them come back to the true person that they are, and that they're not influenced by whether it be other people or drugs or mental illness or whatever the case may be. It's much easier, right? So I hope that helps, and I'll see you next time.